Hello, everybody. I am a blind content creator. I am Dilian, and I wanted to make this video for the longest time ever because I am proud to be a blind content creator who does his own videos, like shoots his own video. I shoot my own videos. I don't know why I'm speaking like this, and I'm proud that I'm editing them. And you want to learn actually how you are supposed to be a blind content creator who is actually a blind content creator, not someone who actually just says they are, and they are using people who can see actually to make their own videos. First, well, I was thinking about this clip for the longest time ever, and I was just like, shoot it. I need to make it. I need to throw it out, and let it be. So we are starting this, like, very freestyle. So now we are recording on my Sony Alpha 6700. We are with a microphone, which is a shotgun microphone produced by Sony. It's the ECMB10 or whatever. Like the names of Sony products are hell, right? Um, so it's mounted on my camera. It's directed towards me. It's on the lowest possible noise reducing setting because well, it needs to do it. And I'm having here on my right side a very small LED panel which lets my face kind of on a 30-degree angle towards my face and towards um, more so like my front point of view, and it needs to be done just because it looks better. Now I'm turning it off, and you can ask someone who sees, or um, your description method of choice, how it looks. Now it's the light is back on, and so why and how I'm content creating, because I get asked left and right why I'm content creating, because well, there are a lot of people who cannot see, or who are with very low vision, with way more interesting lifestyle than me, because largely what I do is I travel, I largely stay at home and work on my IT project, which is a platform, like a software platform on which we are going to build an app studio basically. But I'm a PhD in psychology. I worked with the United Nations, with UNICEF. I had my own consulting business, and yeah, so I do quite a lot. I have my own poetry books. I'm acting. I'm writing different theatrical plays, and I do quite a lot of stuff. But in the recent years, I'm staying at home. I'm working from home. I switched to QA. I bored myself out of this life, and this is how I am actually standing behind my IT project. So working with the UN, working with UNICEF, creating my own company, being an activist and a party member of a centrist, slightly right Bulgarian libertarian kind of party. I had a lot of things to say, and being a blind active person, just the different topics just come at you. I'm quite happy to say what I see, what I inquire about to different organizations and people and businesses and stuff like this. So it's way easier for me to exist online, and existing online actually in the last couple of years brought me quite a lot of money, because when you are dealing with policy making, there are quite a lot of people who are deeply not interested into actually social media. And me being even nano content creator, because my Biggest following is on TikTok. There I have 9,000 plus K followers, whatever the name is out there. But yeah, this is my biggest following. I have around 400 on Instagram, around 50 here in YouTube, and they started growing in the last couple of months, like the 1 2 months. Um, so um, this existence of mine of a nano content creator brought me quite a lot of money. So I want to tell stories, and I want to be um, okay. As a psychologist, my my bachelor's degree research was on social media as well. It was back in 2014. In Bulgaria, literally no one cared about social media and the styles that we are using in different social media channels, because this is what I studied. What's the style of interaction of communication that we're using in chats, in different social media chats, in emails. Back there were a thing. How we are communicating over videos, how we are communicating in comments, especially here in YouTube. So this was my topic even as a psychologist back then. So apparently social media and social media content is something which is really really interesting to me. So I guess it just goes. So this is how we are here where we are. And how I started with my phone. And I find it important to say all these backbone kind of stories, because as a person with disability, I saw quite a lot of times people bringing up irrelevant experience or irrelevant topics to the actual things that were meaningful to me. So for me, I started painting when I was 11. Like, I still had quite a lot of vision. I still played football or soccer, how it's called in the USA. In the USA, and then suddenly my one of my illnesses got worse and worse, and it's when I got to my 14th year, it just went where we are now. Like now, I can realize that there is light, there is a darkness, a kind of shadowy thing. I can sometimes distinguish it. I have around 2 percentages of seeing, which is not suitable for actual discerning of shapes or something, but it's something, because at least I can deduce where the light comes from, and stuff like this. And generally, when I stopped painting, I went to acting, which was, I don't know, it just kind of switched in me the triggers which football playing brought me. Like, it was physical, because if you are actually rehearsing, and if you are actually preparing to be an actor, if you are actually taking part of professional kind of training classes for admitting you in a acting university program, it's quite a different thing than being just busy with theatrical thingies at school. It's quite intensive physically, nearly as intensive as being football playing child at that age, and on top of it, it was quite visual. And I went on thinking visually. I'm still thinking visually until this moment. And a couple of years after my acting endeavors, because I started playing in different plays. at the Puppet Theater in my hometown, then in Sofia. This is our biggest city and our capital. And I played puppet style of theater, movement style of theater, movement, dances, and shadows type of theater. I played in dramatic theater, very classic stuff like Stephen King style of inspired plays. So it replaced football and painting for me, acting. And then I got to photography, and here we are now. Like, I am currently thinking quite visually. One of my closest people ever, we were a girlfriend and a boyfriend back then. Now in our 30s, we are free again. We are working on our mutual projects, like we are helping each other professionally. We are seeing each other, and she became quite interested in photography 4 years ago, and she was painting since she was quite young. She was 6, and getting to photography was quite natural for her as well. And now sometimes I have more answers than she has because I basically did photography for longer than her, and I took visual stuff from quite a lot of different angles. First, I was painting, then I got into acting, into theater and acting in front of camera and thinking of shades, movements, and stuff like this. And now it's photography, and we are sharing what's happening and what's working and what's not. So this is basically how the outlook, at least visually, looks around me. And in this, I really wanted to start telling what's around me professionally. Back then, when I was working in the United Nations, and back then when I didn't have any time to actually engage in writing in media, because before that I was writing at a newspaper. I was a TV anchor for a while in the national TV. Then I got the opportunity to host my radio show two years ago. It was about the connection between psychology and fake news, faking of news, faking narratives, and stuff like this. And it traditional media trajectories, my life, and basically what's happening around me just keeps evolving my wish to tell visually stories and to create content around what I see and what grabs my attention. So for me, holding a camera, making visual stuff, thinking of visual stuff, basically it never stopped since I was like 11. Now I'm 32. So so literally for the most time of my life I was thinking about visual stuff and how to create them, which medium to use. Is it photography friendly? Is it video friendly? Is it short video friendly? Is it more kind of short piece written thingy? Is it more like for a longer text? Does it need to be more informal and more friendly and more funny? Does it need to be more research like or business like shaped? So these all are quite complicated things to wrap your head around, even without a disability. And I'm quite privileged that I have disabilities and these skills. But yeah, here is where I am starting from. And because there is a lot of miscellaneous information around this, I'm going to keep this part very, very sweet and short. So currently I'm showing my phone. This is the iPhone 16 Pro. Generally, I'm using one of the Russian voices because the Bulgarian voices of Apple are horrendous. Apple, please, it's a disgrace for us. And currently, I don't like anything Russian, if I have to be honest. So my phone is an iPhone 16 Pro. It's with like a bluish kind of case. It has three cameras, and let me start saying of how actually I'm using it. First, I'm blowing hot air from my mouth to my iPhone to clean the lenses on the back because we are touching. Even if we are thinking we are not touching the lenses, we are. We are touching them totally. The next thing which I did is wipe my phone on the cotton of my t-shirt. Currently, I'm dressed in a cotton Adidas t-shirt in wine red, kind of little purplish thingy, whatever. And then we are opening the camera up. Camera. Camera control adjustable. It's this is just the focus of the camera of the iPhone. It says one face at the top edge for those who are actually using screen readers. It's quite familiar explanation. And I'm just pulling the phone away from my face. I'm listening to it. It says tilt left. There are hinting sounds. Level. You hear these sounds? These sounds actually tell you is your phone tilted to one side. You have to listen them very carefully because your phone tilted to one side, your camera tilted to one side might be a creative look or it might be a general technical flaw. So your face doesn't need to be at the center all the time, but generally it's better your face to be in the center of the camera than cutting parts of your hair, your ears, or stuff like this. Generally, it's better to take a selfie than to try and place your face at the upper fourth part of the image and then cutting yourself off of something. I know you hear this left, right, and center that your face needs to be um, your face needs to be at the upper third of the screen. It needs to be not at the perfect center. Yeah, it's a good general idea, but if you need just to create a selfie or something like this, it's a way safer choice. Little boring, but still something. Just to create a little selfie. So you're just pointing it to yourself, centered. You should know which of the camera of your phones are currently working. On my iPhone 16 Pro, it has three cameras on the back, and generally on the zoom side, it says 1.0 times. This is the camera which is at the very bottom, like the very bottom camera is the one that we need, right? And until we know that we are using this camera, we can be quite sure that this camera is aiming at our face. We are just touching the camera, moving our hand to our nose. Basically, this is the best idea, to move our hand from the camera to our nose, and you're constantly here, one face centered, one face centered. This is a very mechanical thing, a very securing thing, which you can use generally to take good selfie style videos and photos. It works both for videos and photos. It constantly says to you, is your phone tilted to one side? Is your face in the center? So with practice, currently I am able to place my face a little upper in the image so that it can be more creative, more friendly, more filmic like kind of thingy, not in the dead center of the image, but you can definitely learn this with the time. And the second thing that will help you a lot to create good images and images which are going to be recognized is camera chooser back facing. So this is basically we are switching between our cameras on the back of the phone and on the front of the phone. We don't need this. We need we need camera controls, flash off. We are flicking left until we hear this. Exposure minus 0.7. So this is what we need. So basically the exposure tells your camera how to deal with the lighting in your scene. Basically, the camera wants everything to be neutrally gray. This is why if your compensation, your EV compensation, if it's on 0, it's generally telling the snow to be gray, for instance. In order the snow to be white, you need the EV compensation to be at plus 0.7 or even plus 1. Never mind the camera, never mind if you are using a proper camera, an iPhone, or whatever. In most of the other settings that we are currently in as humans, even if we are talking night shots, if we are talking daily shots, even if we are talking videos or photos or whatever, the phones and the cameras are usually overexposing everything, which means that generally, even people who can see but don't pay attention much to the technical details are overexposing their images, which means that in the lightest parts of their images, they are losing details. They are losing details in the darkest parts of the images as well. And when you push your camera to EV compensation or exposure compensation, this is the same, to minus 0.3 for video. This is working for me in videos on my iPhone the best. Um, or to minus 0.7 for photos on my iPhone again. And the current camera that we are on now, the Sony Alpha 6700 as well, it stays at EV 0.7 for nearly everything, video and photo wise. So when you flick even this small thing, the EV compensation or the exposure compensation to minus 0.3 or even better minus 0.7, your images, your videos are going to pop better because the most amount of people never dare to touch this setting, and this setting brings a lot of detail, a lot of softness around the colors, a lot of softness around the transition from darkness to lightness, from the darkest parts of your image to the lightest parts of your image. So generally, this is the first thing that I'm doing. I'm wiping my camera clean. I'm cleaning it on my shirt. I'm ensuring that I'm at the center of the image. I'm sure that my camera is not tilted to one side because it's a technical flaw. It's not anything good and anything to brag about. I'm sure that my EV compensation or exposure compensation, these are the same, is at least at zero point 0.3 if I'm not shooting on snow. And shooting on snow is something that we don't do much, at least here in Bulgaria, because we rarely have snow. So, so even with those small changes, even with touching your camera, around the rim of your camera, not the glass of your camera, please. Because again, if you touch the glass, you need to do this and wipe it again. Even touching the camera, touching your nose, touching your camera, touching your nose, listening to what your camera says. About this, the Google phones are even better. The Pixel phones are even better because they are given quite a lot of cues, more customized cues. So even if you are with a Pixel phone, you are even more well off with your phone, at least for photography. These are solid steps for you to start creating your selfies, your stories, your basic headshot talking videos, and it's way better to start with this than with nothing. So let's see how this video is going to be going. Let's see, do you like these styles of videos even? And if you have any questions, any suggestions, please comment them. I'm trying to look at all the comments and respond to them as fast as possible. But yeah, I was considering this type of video for the longest time ever, and I'm just shooting for it, hoping that it will start to shape out. The next time that we are currently that we are going to talk about actual shooting of videos, actual shooting of images. Maybe we are going to start talking about editing, because any type of visual content basically needs some kind of editing. And yeah, let's move forward. It's going to be, I want, this is my general idea, I want this to be a separate playlist on my channel, because this is quite a niche topic. Although it's quite important, I guess that some of the people are going to be deeply uninterested in actually learning how all this blind content creation thingy works, around how to create your own content. Because honestly, not a lot of people with visual disabilities are even interested in learning how to create independently their own visual content. So I would completely understand if this needs to be separated in a separate place. So yeah, this is the first video. Please subscribe, comment, and share this video. Give me your suggestions, and let's roll.